If a 20% deposit on a property feels just impossible, the new Australian government 5% deposit scheme lets eligible first home buyers purchase with a deposit as little as 5%, or 2% for single parents or legal guardians, without paying lender's mortgage insurance, or LMI as it is known. As from the 1st of October 2025, there are unlimited places, no income caps, and higher price caps for various regions, which is big for Melbourne and the Mornington Peninsula. Before we dive in, I've put the official links and a downloadable Mornington Focus checklist in the description just below. And if you're comparing options, watch our related video on what they don't tell you about the Victorian Homebuyer Fund. Link on the screen and also below. What exactly is the 5% deposit scheme? It's part of the Federal Home Guarantee Scheme administered by Housing Australia. This is how it works. The government guarantees up to 15% of the property's value, so you can borrow up to 95% with just a 5% deposit, or up to 98% with a 2% deposit, under the Family Home Guarantee for single parents or legal guardians. This avoids lender's mortgage insurance, or LMI, saving buyers tens of thousands of dollars up front. The key changes are unlimited places, no annual cap, no income caps, higher property price caps by location, and regional access simplified under the single first home guarantee. What matters for Melbourne and the Mornington Peninsula? From the 1st of October 2025, the Victorian capital city and regional centre cap is $950,000, which also covers Melbourne and Geelong, while country Victoria remains at $650,000. Mornington Peninsula buyers should check how their target suburb maps against these definitions. Many lenders treat the peninsula within the Melbourne market for cap purposes. Always confirm the cap for the exact property or postcode with your lender before you commit. And this is why it matters. $950,000 brings more move-in ready units, townhouses and select houses in Mornington, Mount Martha and the Mornington Peninsula within reach, especially when you're not burning cash on LMI up front. Who's eligible and who isn't? You're typically eligible if you're an Australian citizen or permanent resident. Your lenders will need to verify this. And your first home buyer with at least 5% genuine savings, or a single parent legal guardian with at least 2%. If you haven't owned a property or land for the last 10 years, and you'll live in the property as your principal place of residence, and the purchase price is within the cap for that location. You apply via a participating lender. Over 30 banks and credit unions are participating. Now, you're not eligible if you're buying an investment property, the price is above the regional cap, you don't meet the lender's normal serviceability and credit checks. The government guarantee doesn't bypass responsible lending. What can you buy? Established homes, new builds, house and land packages, apartments, townhouses, and in some cases off-the-plan properties. This is subject to lender policy and valuation, of course. Construction loans may be available through participating lenders if they are within caps and policy. Always verify timing rules, for example, when you must move in. Now let's talk dollars and cents. Example, savings. Let's compare an $800,000 Mornington Peninsula purchase. Traditionally, a 20% deposit is required, which is $160,000 plus associated costs. With the 5% scheme, the deposit is $40,000 plus associated costs, with no lender's mortgage insurance. LMI can be substantial, often $15,000 to $30,000, plus at these price points, depending on loan-to-value ratio or borrower profile. LMI saving can be substantial, often $15,000 to $30,000, plus at these price points, depending on loan-to-value ratio or borrower profile. Exact LMI varies by lender and risk. Avoiding it is the key benefit here. And a reality check. You will still pay stamp duty unless you are eligible for concessions, legal fees and loan setup costs. Your monthly repayment will be higher with a 95% loan to value ratio versus a larger deposit. Lender assessment still applies, of course. Now let's look at the pros and cons. The pros. You can buy sooner with a lower deposit. There is no lender's mortgage insurance, which is a major upfront saving. There is a bigger pool of properties thanks to new higher caps. Remember, Melbourne up to $950,000. And now the cons. You will pay higher repayments because you are paying a smaller deposit. There may be a valuation risk on apartments, houses, off the plans, etc. If the bank's valuation is short, you may need to tip in more cash. Ongoing costs such as rates, body corporate, maintenance, etc. still apply, so you should budget for items like this. The scheme rules can also evolve. Always check official sources at the time before you apply. How to apply? Check eligibility and price caps via official pages. I have put the links below. Talk to a participating lender or broker for pre-approval. Credit approval and serviceability is still required. Choose the right property within the cap. Ask me for recent sales in your desired area to benchmark property values. Contract and conveyancing. Get a building and pest inspection and a solicitor or conveyancer to review all of the paperwork. Settle and then move in within the required time frame as per lender rules. From approval, you will have 90 days to find a home or up to 3 years to actually build. How this compares to Help to Buy. This is a different program with different trade-offs. Help to Buy is a housing shared equity scheme where the government actually takes a share of ownership to reduce the size of your loan. Whereas the 5% deposit scheme is a guarantee, you keep full ownership. The government just guarantees part of your loan to avoid lenders' mortgage insurance. Some buyers may compare both schemes. Many prefer keeping 100% ownership under the guarantee route. Check out this video we made that explains how Help to Buy actually works. So if you're house hunting around the peninsula and want a deposit or repayment plan mapped to local prices, grab the links below and message me.